Hello and welcome to today's Wodonga Library Storytime. I've got one of my really favourite books I love to read. It's called The Runaway Hug. It's written by Nick Bland and Freya Blackwood. Let's have a read. The Runaway Hug. Can you see these pictures? I wonder what she's doing. Oh. I think she's getting ready for something. Let's read The Runaway Hug and find out. "Mummy," said Lucy, "can I have a hug before I go to bed?" "Oh dear," said Mum, "I only have one left. It's my very last hug." "Can I borrow it?" said Lucy. "I promise I'll give it back." It was long and soft, and Lucy thought it was very nice. "Thank you," said Lucy. "I'll bring it back as soon as I'm finished with it." And she dashed off to find Daddy. Here's Mum, she's doing the washing. Here comes Lucy. "Oh, Teddy, what's Daddy doing?" "Daddy," said Lucy, "would you like a hug? It's the very last one, so you have to promise to give it back." "I promise," said Daddy, and Lucy gave him Mum's very last hug. "Now, can I have it back?" said Lucy. Daddy picked her up and squeezed her tight as a knot. The hug was stronger than before, but just as nice. So she ran off to find the twins. "Dad looks very happy." "Here comes Lucy. Watch the steps. Watch the toys." "Boys," said Lucy, "would you like a hug?" "No, yuck," said the boys. "But it's the very last one," said Lucy, and before the boys could run away, she squeezed them both tightly. "Now, can I have it back?" said Lucy. The boys grumbled, but they gave her the hug together. It was twice as big as before, but just as nice. It's the boys. Where's Lucy going now? So she skipped off to find Lily. "Would you like a hug, Lily?" said Lucy. Lily always wanted a hug. She threw open her little arms and Lucy gave her a great big hug. Before Lucy could ask for it back, Lily giggled and hugged her again. It smelled like peanut butter, but it was just as nice as before. She raced off to find Annie. I wonder who Annie is. There's Lily. Someone drew on the wall. Here goes Lucy to the bathroom. Annie was very naughty, but Lucy loved her just the same. "Would you like a hug, Annie?" she said. Annie woofed, so Lucy leaned over and gave her a peanut buttery hug. "Oh my goodness, look what Annie's been doing to the toilet rolls." "Annie." But as soon as she let go, Annie turned around and ran straight out the door, taking Mummy's very last hug with her. Lucy chased her down the hall, up the stairs and in and out of every room. But Annie was just too fast. Oh, that Annie. Lucy felt terrible. She wanted to cry. Oh, look at Lucy's face. She was just about to go and tell Mummy she'd lost the last hug when Annie jumped out from nowhere. She landed right on top of Lucy and licked her all over her face. The hug was a lot more slobbery than before, but just as nice. By the time Lucy got to her room, Mum was waiting. She climbed into bed and gave the last hug back to Mummy. It was a little sleepier, but just as nice as before, and Mummy was very glad to have it back. "Can I have a kiss?" said Lucy. "Of course you can," said Mum. "I have plenty of those." And there they are. There's the twins in their bunks talking. There's Lucy. There's Mum and Dad and Lily and Annie the dog, who's sound asleep. The Runaway Hug. Such a great story. I love that one. See you next time.